Okay, so the plan is to do some sign making. So what I did was I used what I believe to be the center finder that came with this kit. And so I put this into the collet here, and it looks pretty well centered, or at least the base looks like it's in good shape. So I'm putting my bushing in there, and this is an extra shallow. The collar here is not as big as you're going to find on other bushings. And then there's a ring, because that's threaded. Right there you can see the threads. So I drop it in, get it to sit evenly. It should sit flush here. Should sit flush on your router too. And then, ooh, I thought I had it. There's a shield on the front to keep me from getting fingers in there, and I've restricted the amount of travel from a previous video, but so there we go. That is that knurled ring. All right, that's tight. So now I need to find a bit that's going to go in there that's about the same size as that. I don't have the sign making bit from Rockler, but I'm sure I've got something that's close to that. It's about 3/8. So that's the first step right there. Okay, so I need to put a blade in here. So I'm going to just take this off. That's the clamp right there. Put this in here. You don't want to bottom out your bit. Put it in and then pull it up a little bit, because sometimes the bottom isn't 100%. The top of this thing, it could end up rattling around and bouncing as it moves into stuff if it hits the bottoms out. So you want to lift it up so you can get a good clean tightening separate. So this is a 2-wrench system. There's a notch here on the spindle, so you can see it. So you just put it on there. Doesn't fit. It fits. That locks it, and then there's some flat sides here, and then you tighten it. So that should be good to go. And then this thing, just as far as I know, there's definitely ways. You want to line up the Metabo in the front, I think, with the Metabo here, and it should be close to fitting. You have to make sure it just doesn't, for some reason, it bumps into the travel there, so I offset it just a hair, turn it, and then I'll lock in this thing in the back. That's actually just a hair loose. I think I want to tighten it up, but yeah, make it work. So that's pretty much good to go. Just make sure that there's room over here for your travel. And then I have to figure out spring-wise. What happened to my deal? Let's see. Okay, so it's going down now. All right, so it's probably a little far out. I can tell by looking at it that this isn't exactly centered, so I'm going to lock that in, and then I'm going to readjust this plate until it's in the right place. Okay, so I'm just getting a Phillips screwdriver here. I'm going to eyeball it. Let's see how much movement I've got on this thing. I don't have that much wiggle. I've got a little bit, but see if that helps. Just turning this to make sure that I have the clearance that I need. So that looks close enough for what I can do with it. Okay, so I've set this rod so when it travels down, it runs into that screw. There's a turret here that turns, so you can set different heights for different plunge cuts. And so when I use the plunge, that's all the farther that the bit is going to come out every time I cut. So I just need to make sure I get this collar into my letter templates for my sign making project. Okay, so I've eyeballed it and it looks to be pretty well close to centered. I guess I'll just tape the whole thing down. I have a leftover kids play mat, as you can see here. They have been super handy for putting furniture up. They're soft, and some of these boards that I have, they're just fence pickets, and they sat out in the sun, and so they've dried poorly, and so there's some twists. I think that's pretty good. This was one of the flatter boards, but having that extra cushion down here is keeping it from slipping, so it's like a giant bench cookie. Sorry, Rockler, I had to say it. Okay, so anyways, I think that's good. Time to get some gear on it. Okay, so in theory, never done this before. You want to just take your bushing right here, take the lip of that, and then you set it into your letter so it's tracking. And then you turn on the router, and then you just plunge. Keep it in there. And then pop it loose, and there's a K. So that's how you do it. Just gonna start doing some letters. So okay, so the important thing is you just keep the router flat, level, and keep that that bushing, just the lip of that, tracking inside the template here, and just take your time, and yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, so Rockler has a variety of fonts, so different ways to do these templates, and so some of them get kind of complicated. So on some, like an R or a D, you need to swap out the inserts to make that letter. And so there are some other styles that are really complicated, like the script font. But this is a pretty straightforward one. This is the State Park. So anyways, if you like that I kind of demystify this a little bit for you, and you want to get more out of your Metabo router that I just picked up, made a video about that, just kind of out of the gate. Yeah, if you like the videos and this is helping you figure out some woodworking, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching.